Good evening.
Hello. This is Dom and
Me, Tom.
from Black Tape Studios, and welcome to episode 56.
That's a
of
5 and a
Dom
6.
Tom talking hobby.
Yes.
And tonight we're going to do a bit of hobby as always, a bit of chitty chat. We're going to talk about the Warhammer Fest preview, aren't we, Thomas? And probably a little bit about Sisters of Battle, I'm guessing from that. And probably about it. Very nice, Captain Jack. Good to see you. Yeah, all good times. So, Tom, what are you working on?
No. Okay. Oh, I can't do that. Right, okay. Here. Right. So this is the thing I'm finishing off. She's almost there. I'm on the basing section. I'll put some slightly better photos up. I'm sure some of you may have seen this over the last few days, as I have documented almost every step that I've done with it. But yes, this is almost done. I'm very happy with it. We will now put this over here, and so once I have done that, I will then start on this, which is an impulsor for my Black Templars, which people may think I've been neglecting, but I haven't. I've been secretly saving up lots of models to make a big army. It's actually I've actually started to prepare a tournament list for our duo thing. Sorry, no, not a duo thing, our team thing. It's a trio, not a duo. So yes.
Trio, yeah. I mean, technically, Tom, it's you and me that's going to be doing all the heavy lifting, so it doesn't really go wrong with the duo thing.
No, Victoria did not paint the model there. Okay, she is not my secret painting goblin. She has been painting her Crimson Fist, as you may or may not have seen on Discord, I suspect. So, nice pun, nice pun. I'll let you have that one, even though I would. As Dom knows, I hit people that do those kind of puns normally, just smack in the face, just bam. But anyway, Dom, what are you up to?
I'm going to be painting my Sisters of Battle. I've got to do a bit on their bases, which also will go into the painting challenge, which hopefully everyone's working on. And probably a bit of my Necrons as well. So it's a bit of everything. I'm not really going to concentrate. I'm going to flip between them all and probably chat more than actually do any hobby. So what's everyone in the chat working on? Anything good?
And if you know anyone who's forgotten the stream started, go and invite them along. So I noticed we're a bit low tonight, Don, numbers wise. It's quite a small. It's normally a bit higher than this, I thought. But
yeah.
But people have got things going on. It's fine. We understand.
I think maybe your beer choices from
now look,
last week.
I have remedied this, and no, and before Dom goes, oh, you got another thing in the glass. Look, this is okay. We're all good.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so hopefully that'll bring people back tonight or next week.
I hate you.
I hate you. And so we've got Captain Jack working on the Helldrake. The Helldrake is very cool, actually, Jack.
Yes, I was really liking how that's coming along.
Discord, and it is very tasty.
It is. Yeah, so keep up the good work on that one, man.
Adam is working on Dark Angel.
Some Intercessors.
Yeah, yeah, I almost did the same. The names are so similar. And
it's better than actually calling them incestors.
I was thinking that.
I said it.
Yeah. Right. Cool. Well, that's pretty good.
Got a nice range of stuff. So, Mr. Blue is removing paint from a bunch of second-hand and old stuff. Well, that is, I wouldn't say fun, quite frankly. Well, it depends on how bad second-hand it is and how second-hand it is as well. If it's like fourth, fifth hand.
What is it? If it's metal, plastic, or what? I mean, metal's not too bad, is it? In my opinion, metal's
a bit easier. Felpire is working on a competition entry. Yet that's to be his first one.
That will be. It's always nice to see new people enter.
Yes, I agree.
Challenges, we like to call them.
So yeah, challenges. Yes, so we get it right.
Oh, cool.
Get it right.
We look forward to seeing that, Felpire.
Yeah. And you've now committed to it, so you better turn up.
What is Daryl working on? That's the question.
He's gonna say raiding a dungeon on Warcraft. No?
Sonic Cleaner does make it better. Yeah, you're right. But not many people have a Sonic Cleaner in their
No.
pocket station.
Oh, they are. He is playing WoW Classic at the moment. Okay. Get painting, Daryl! Is he ahead on his crusade, Dom?
I don't think he is actually.
Ooh.
I mean, to be fair, I am still a squad behind at the moment, so I can't judge too much.
Oh, okay. Take it back then, Daryl. So if Dom can't bother with it, I mean.
I know. Well, I'm working on him now. I am really looking forward to getting these 500-point games in. To be honest, I think it's going to be quite nice playing small scale.
But how many of them are you going to record?
I'm going to try and record as many as we can, actually. I won't feature in all of them. We've got quite a few people, some very nice armies, actually. Gavin's Holt is looking good. These demons, good. Raven Guard from Dave, very nice. Daryl's Black Legion are looking quite nice. So yes, and Matt's got his Tau. So we've got a nice different lot of armies.
I was talking to Gavin because the other day, and we're hoping to plan a game as soon as we can with his stuff as well. So get a full army recording on with some of his army and stuff because he's got quite a few nice armies now. Actually, old Gav.
Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? And no Imperial armies.
Well,
which is good.
You're playing Imperial army.
Yes, you do need to do more Marines, Daryl. Yeah, and the trim is never going to be fun, but it's a chaos curse. Power of the gods, unfortunately, you've got lots of trim.
Yes. So obviously, while we're chit-chatting away here, there was a rather big stream on a minute ago, wasn't there?
There was, Tom. There was. Did you watch all of it?
I watched. Yeah, I missed about the first 5 minutes of it, but I don't think I probably missed anything. I suspect.
No, I think the book was first, wasn't it? And
yes, which I will probably pick up actually based off watching that because actually, also I'm going to pick it up the first one because I didn't realise there was actually so many rules for the Death Guard in it. And
of course you've got the Armies of Legend, is it? Renown? Armies of Renown.
Yeah. There's also, I think it's Terminus Army, I think, for the...
Yeah, do you know about the Terminus Est Army?
Not really, no. I haven't done a lot of research on it.
Which would suit most of your stuff, Tom?
Yes, because isn't it Terminator related?
Well, it's non-vehicle related as well. So.
See, that's perfect for me, because that's kind of what... I haven't really got any vehicles, really, apart from the big flying drone.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it'd be quite nice, mate. I think you'd see your army quite good. Peter said he was disappointed with it. No, sorry, Peter. I can't say I was disappointed. It was very
I was
nice,
actually I was
selection of models.
I mean, admittedly, a lot of the models that were there were ones I'm interested in, I suppose, in some way. So I mean, if it was stuff you weren't really that interested in, I can understand. I mean, it looks like there's something to do with word bearers is going on as well. I think. With the
something you have the word bearers. It's nice to be featured in a picture at least.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's where I'm going.
I think you should. You should be a little bit excited because I reckon with Bellicor there's going to be some undivided attention going on.
Yeah, because if you saw that picture, if you missed the stream, or go check it out. I'm sure it'll be on the community page.
Yeah.
But yeah, the word bearer Terminators next to Bellicor, and in the background you saw a Hell Drake in Alpha Legion colours, and I'm pretty sure right at the back. There was a Mauler Fiend or a Forge Fiend in Black Legion. So
all of the undivided ones. Hence why I suspect there'll be some interesting developments for undivided armies.
I don't think it's much needed. Also, which you'd thought would be maybe in that case, the undivided are getting a bit of attention. Maybe the World Eaters and Emperor's Children might pop up somewhere. I think Emperor's Children are definitely on the horizon.
As we're chatting away here, I'm just going to put another invite up to our Discord for anyone who is new here. Please come along and join us in our lovely Discord channel and come and join our little growing community of people. They're all very nice. Well, I mean, most of them are nice.
Yeah, most.
You know, there's a couple of choice individuals in there. Just keep an eye out for them.
Yeah, we'll warn you as you join. which ones to avoid. Yeah, but it was very cool, mate. I quite liked we've seen all the models, really, except for the High Lord of Terror lady.
Which was a very cool model. And actually, Dom will say, because obviously I was chatting away while this was going on, and I said, okay, I'm mildly converted to the Wall Walker suits for the Sister Battle now. So looking forward to having a closer look at them.
Yeah, definitely. I think I quite like the Celestine. I can't remember which ones they are. The ones with the shields.
The Sinestras. Sinestra.
Say Sinestras. They're probably not called Sinestras, but let's call them Thrusts.
Siestas.
Siesta. You just put the shield over, just have a little lay down.
Celestine Siestas.
Yeah, I really like them. Initially I was like, sort of first picture a couple of weeks ago. I was like, okay, we'll see how it goes.
Castigators.
And those ones, Castigators. I thought the Castigator was a tank.
I thought the Castigator was a tank as well. Yeah. Jack, you got it wrong. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Just.
He can't help it. He's not what he used to be. He's let us down too many times now.
And hello, Ceres. Evening to you, my good friend.
Hello, Ceres. Yeah, but a really nice selection of models, and I look forward to putting a little bit of money into them. I think.
No.
Oh no, your money. That's what I was going to say. I was going to put a bit of your money in there.
He's stealing the money from the channel. No.
Your personal money.
He's stealing money from the channel.
Hang on a minute. Suspicion. What was your favourite model, Tom?
I would say Morvain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked. I think actually it made those models look better just having that lead character there. I think because you can see the idea better with her. I think, and it's quite cool having a High Lord of Terror knocking about.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think you're right. It just brought it all together, didn't it?
It did. You can see some of the thought behind it.
Yeah, like the
Sacrosanct. You see, I got it right.
Yay!
I got something right.
Yeah, it just brought them all together. Like we'd seen the baby carriers before, and we'd seen all the others, and it was like, all right, okay, how's this all going to unite? And then suddenly it was like, oh, hello there. Hello, the Traitor Guardsman. Welcome
to the Traitor Guardsman. Welcome. It's always good to have Traitor Guardsman in chat. I mean, admittedly, not normally my cup of tea, the old traitors, but as I have been painting demons probably solidly for a little while at the moment, I can't really go, oh, well, those demons suck a bit, don't they?
We've switched places, Tom. I'm more the Imperial player now. Yeah.
This has all got very awkward. But yes, if you haven't joined our Discord above Traitor Guardsman at the top there, if you scroll up in chat a bit, if it is still there, there is an invite to our Discord. Love to have anyone involved, so get on in there. Impulsor kit's quite small actually, although it's got a lot of little weird bits on it, so this should be interesting.
What was everyone's favourite models from the preview, and what are we expecting for the rest of the week? Any predictions?
I think it'll be Orcs.
The boys.
I think they've been alluding to it slightly. I think actually the one that's going to be interesting to guess is the Saturday reveal, whatever that's going to be. Because I think it's going to be something big.
What scale, Tom? What? How big is big?
I'm not sure, really. I mean, I think obviously it's not going to be another massive game check, as in like another game system or anything like that. I think there's going to be something new though. I don't think Warzone Armageddon. No, as much as I'd love that, I don't think so. I think because they wouldn't do that off the back of another campaign book just now. I don't think. You reckon it's going to be AOS Season 3?
Oh, we've got a few suggestions there, haven't we? We've got AOS 3, we've got Apocalypse version 2, we've got Chaos or Xeno announcement, and of course we've got the Armageddon.
Gorka Walker return would be quite amusing. Never got to play that myself, so Dom always used to go on about it quite a bit.
Yeah, Gorgon Walker would be awesome. Traitor
Which
Guardsman.
always makes me very wary of things when Dom goes on about it quite a bit. So.
Yeah, well, Traitor Guard, that could be happening.
Well, there we go.
That'd be quite.
Maybe Traitor Guardsman here is actually from Games Workshop, and he's dropped onto
He's
the
seen our
stream.
love.
He's
Seen
seen the
our
love.
love for
He watched
Renegades
the.
for our latest battle report. He
Well,
loves it.
apparently Peter's quite angry about when I was saying that it wouldn't be Warzone Armageddon.
Yeah, I think we'll hold that one.
But for some reason, YouTube did not like that comment. Obviously, the word heretic's a bit much for it, apparently. I have allowed it, though. I figured it was just about okay. But yeah, so, I think actually, I think there's going to be... Yeah, I think once the orcs have been done, most likely on... Was it Thursday or Friday? I think I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be something. I think it'll either be something a new box game maybe or something.
I reckon it's Chaos.
I'd like it to be Chaos, to be honest. I really would like it to be Chaos because with Be'lakor coming along, that would make sense. This is why.
Yeah,
This is why I don't think it'll be Armageddon because I don't think they've made a big enough thing about the orc faction enough yet.
Well, we saw Be'lakor featured in that video for the book, didn't we?
Yeah.
He was in the background, so it could be demons. That'd be quite nice. I mean, obviously he features in the book, but it'd be quite nice to actually have his in a codex instead of having to buy the supplement for one model and then the codex for the rest of your army.
But obviously, the other interesting thing at the moment is that regardless of what it is, I think we're going to be waiting a long time for whatever the next reveal. I think at the moment, I think it sounds like they're running about a couple of months behind on all releases at the moment. So I think we're going to be, sadly, whatever does turn up is going to be a little while till it actually arrives as something to actually use and play, sadly.
I've got a feeling it's not going to be orcs this week.
You don't think?
Oh. No, my theory behind that is so far we've seen 3 orc models from the new codex. And I think orcs, that particular faction, like the more feral side, are going to have a lot more models. And I think it's going to be a bit like the Sisters of Battle, where they just slowly kind of crept up because what have they now got? Half a dozen new models.
Yeah.
Sisters of Battle, and they've been teasing that for months. So I'm probably wrong, but I'd like it to be something that.
Well, I mean, I suppose the other thing to do with the kind of release, the teasing and stuff, I'm pretty sure they've not been able to tease as much as they probably want to because of whatever delays they're suffering at the moment as well. It's another thing to take into account. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'd like to see some more stuff revealed, but I think actually because of the delays, I think it's going to whatever gets revealed is going to be quite a long time to actually show up, which is quite unusual considering the rapid the rapid growth that's been going on for most things 40k for the last year or so.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be surprised if it was a very obvious thing such as orcs. I think they're going to pull something out of the bag. Emperor's Children, maybe. Keep saying Emperor's Children. I believe they're around the corner because you see what they've done with AOS, the Slaanesh stuff. The stuff's there. They know what they're doing, and they're really coming out soon, which would be awesome.
They'll be singing like that as well.
Yeah, Noise Marines. Also, Tom, I ordered a model from Goblin Gaming the other day.
You did?
That wasn't 40k.
What was that then?
It's not here yet. I'm going to show you on the next stream. You'll be here by the next stream and everyone can see. But I'm kind of looking forward to it.
Interesting. I'm interested.
I am looking forward to it. So,
is this start of an AOS collection?
I'm not saying what it is. But it's definitely not for Warhammer 40,000. It's still a Games Workshop game.
Blood Bowl it is then.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Being such a fan of Blood Bowl, you are.
I don't mind Blood Bowl. I might start playing Blood Bowl.
When was the last time you played it?
Well, I had a team probably about 20 years ago.
Right then. So you don't like it that much, do you?
Star Wars. Oh yeah, may the fourth be with you. No, not Star Wars. I don't know. Star Wars. It's kind of like I played X-wing a little bit. That was quite fun.
That didn't really pull me in. I think it's again it's the curse of the game system thing. You know, it's another thing you'd have to learn, another thing we'd have to put time into. And actually, you know, this is our focus, really, isn't it? So.
Well, what do you think about X-wing? Like the idea behind it, Tom? Is that we never really talked about X-wing, have we?
No, I've never played it personally, so.
I think X-wing was like I only know a tiny bit about X-wing, but the nice thing was that you could literally take it out of the box and it's ready to play because you don't have to paint anything. Alternative activations had a couple of nice things. Unfortunately, I think the power creep was pretty high with X-wing.
Had to keep collecting them all, yeah.
Yeah. What about anyone in the chat? Play X-wing when it was a thing?
Is it not a thing anymore?
I don't think it is a thing anymore. I don't think many people play it anymore. I think it might have even gone. I don't know. X-wing, is that still a thing, people? You cool kids out there. And that's... Let's find out if it is a thing. Is X-wing a thing, people?
Okay, so that goes like that. That's interesting. This is a weird model.
Apparently it's still a thing.
I don't think it had gone.
Yeah, I just think it's not maybe popular. I think maybe you're right there, Jack. I think my understanding was that it was not the greatest production speed in the world, which is interesting because if we look at games that aren't Games Workshop, there are systems that aren't Games Workshop. At least with GW, for all their negative points, they're always going to be there.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's the big reveal on Saturday. You've ruined it now.
Yeah, you've actually gone bankrupt. That's why I haven't had any new models. We've actually just run out of money. But if you invest in another game system, there's always that slight chance that it could just fold.
Yeah, I mean, Warhammer Fantasy is quite a good example of that. Warhammer Fantasy was quite a good example of that because that got to the point where there just wasn't enough people playing it, so they had to convert it to AOS. So, which is interesting because I didn't realise it was that underplayed actually.
Well, there's all sorts of things about that, about the IP as well.
Well, it wasn't very
lockdownable
for them, really, was it? That's the thing. But yeah, I'm starting to like the look of AOS now. It's starting to appeal to me a bit more. I am interested to see their old world remake. With in this whatever size they're doing. I think that's going to be quite fun to have a look at. That's actually more tempting to me at the moment.
I'd be quite interested this week if we actually had a little preview of that as well, what they've got up to so far.
But it could be that. That could be the reveal.
Yeah, I think it's a bit early still. I'd be pretty surprised if that was, but I'd like to see a preview of what they've actually been working on. At least give us an idea of the scale, people.
I think actually that's the one thing that disappoints me about the reveals this week. Actually, they've been quite short. In general. It's only been half an hour. I mean, actually, normally it's the opposite for me. I get a bit annoyed with the, I actually think probably the other reveals are about the same time, but they just cut all the jibber jabber out of it in between the important bits. So actually, when you think about it, actually it's probably about the same half hour that you get in an hour without the chit chat.
Yeah, it's been a very condensed or concentrated version, hasn't it?
Yes.
Rather than, like you said, go for an hour or so. And this one is just like they're in half an hour, and they've given you a lot of stuff in half an hour.
They have.
Which I think is brilliant. I quite like the idea of an online week.
Yes, Gavin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those 30 minutes condensed into 5 hours.
Yeah. These are our finest moments throughout the week. That soft music, soft piano music, maybe. Little clips of them laughing and chatting. Trade Guardsman. I got myself a
Got myself a Corn Sister and Nurgle Sister from Artel. Oh, nice. That sounds cool.
Nice. I like it.
Research.
Oh yeah, the buy-in cost for fantasy was pretty high. It'd be interesting to see what they do in the future.
Yeah, just trying to get hold of enough to make your line troops was expensive. Let alone the special models. That was the thing I remember because I think you and me at one point were doing a kind of a joint Empire army, weren't we, on some level to play?
You did Nuln.
I did Nuln, yeah.
Stirland, yeah. And doing a unit of 20 pretty pricey.
Yeah. And painting that unit is also pretty pricey.
yeah, exactly.
In willpower.
40k is a lot of small squads now, which in some ways is quite nice for a collecting point of view.
Yes, I agree.
And you didn't see the preview, did you, Tom, for the AOS stuff?
I didn't catch. I haven't really been drawn into the AOS stuff as much at the moment because I suppose it's not really a faction in it that I've really kind of grabbed me and gone, oh, I really want to play that one. If you see what I mean. I think if I
got my birthday present the other day, and I did put a little preview up on our Facebook and our Instagram to what it was. And Mr. Lee, I don't know if you're in the chat. I don't think I've seen you. Maybe not.
I don't think I saw him.
No, I haven't seen Mr. Lee. Although we have got a thumbs down, so that was my hinting that he was about somewhere. However, he got me.
Ooh, fancy.
A little steampunk with a balloon. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I quite like my metallic paint, Tom. So I'm going to be away with that.
Mr. Lee has just joined. There you go. I do understand he's also got me something a bit weird as well. So he hasn't told me what it is yet, though. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that may be.
Yeah. Should be good. Should be good. Right, I'm going to do a bit of these bases.
Yeah, he should do. Do some extra hobby, mate. I haven't seen much going on over there.
Sorry. My bad. How's everyone else's hobby going on?
Yeah, what's everyone cracking through still?
Yeah, Captain Jack, I'm looking forward to this. I'll tell you what, since doing the... I do occasionally do random models. Like I've got my Orky up here. I've got a little Lynch Demon that I might take a picture of him and put him on Instagram. And my Necromunda gang, I quite like kind of just having a bit of a palette cleanser and doing something a bit different. I'd also looked at the rest of the range for this. They're pretty cool, actually.
Oh, there we go. That's it. That's it. You converted. Oh, well. iOS. Better start playing something different then.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Oh, nice. So I lost my point. The preview on the AOS stuff, mate, very nice. Very nice. The undead stuff. I thought it was good last time they showed something, but this time it was like, wow. They had
AOS stuff.
No, Tom. No.
It is AOS.
The airships in the Overlord range are pretty fun. They look really cool, Jack. So yeah, oh, man, there's so much stuff. Too many models, Tom.
There is. As I said, I'm on a bit. I'm on obviously quite a painting drive myself. I'm just trying to get stuff finished and built that I've got knocking about. So I haven't bought too much other than that greater demon.
Oh, that's enough, Tom. To be honest. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better, Tom. You remember what he's called?
Greater Demon of Tzeentch. There you go.
Yes.
And then I had a couple of things for my birthday. Dom got me. I'm showing that one off actually either. Got me a little Nurgle reinforcement. I have a Lord of Virulence, which I'm looking forward to doing. That's going to be on my bench soon as well, mate. So that's going to be part of my Nurgle drive. Vanguard Wargaming. Oh damn, I'm super late to the stream. Don't worry about that. You're here. That is the important thing. Just being here is the important part of the stream. So
that's a key part. Welcome.
Regardless of timing.
we've got 50 new watching, but we've only got 8 likes.
And Lee, don't do it.
I think it might have been Gavin. Lee's only just turned up.
No, but you might do another one. You know what he's like.
So, come on, guys. Hit that like button. Help the channel. Hit the like.
Hit the like. Make a comment. Say how much you're enjoying the stream. We want to see some. We want to see some interaction.
Yeah, guys.
Join the Discord channel as well. Why not? Come on. This is like we want more stuff with you guys. It's more fun when everyone's involved, and it starts to make me rabbit on, which is dangerous. I'm just going to put another link to the Discord now in case people who are here haven't joined us. Please feel free to. We've got a painting challenge going on at the moment with bases, so there's some very good ones in there, by the way, as well.
Yeah, there are.
Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, you carry on, mate.
I'm just babbling. I'm babbling. It's fine.
Yeah, guys. What I was going to say is we put this stream up on the channel afterwards. So if you want to go along and just put some lovely comments on there, that would be great. Just helps let analytics go. So chuck some comments in there, because otherwise we just end up with spamming bots suggesting suggestive websites for us to visit, and sometimes they're not that great, so we have to remove them. So that'd be great if you don't mind putting something. That'd be amazing.
Vanguard. Sorry, if for some reason that got blocked out, Vanguard, I've just allowed it. I have recently learned how badly I need an airbrush. Just painted up my gladiator, and God, was it a pain in the arse. Must be the arse bit. They're very soft on the language in this, aren't they? Sometimes.
Well, they're really against gladiators.
It's the gladiator that did it. Hello, Range 85. Welcome. Good to have you with us. But yeah. Hello. What's dropped blue? Bloody hell. I'm not drunk. I'm not.
I'm just doing a trim around these bases at the moment, Tom. What are you?
I'm currently gluing the panels on the side of my new Impulsor, which is a very interesting kit, albeit a little bit. I'm just looking at the second sprue on this actually, and looking at the instructions. I'm like, so they got rid of the tracks. So you think, tracks to glue. Then you realise they add all these little hover panels on, don't they?
The little gravity.
Oh,
bits.
Great!
Are you going to try a bit of freehand paint job on there with the old...
the Maltese cross? I might do, yes, I might do, because I haven't actually got any of the panels for this, unfortunately, because obviously that's all been kind of gotten rid of, really. I know you can get some of them from locations, although I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll have a go. It's been a while since I freehanded a Maltese cross. I think last time I used a little template for it, which actually worked quite well.
I still count that as freehand, mate.
Oh, really? Okay. In that case, I'll just do that then.
Go for it.
Yeah, so the point behind the Impulsor anyway is to give my Blade Guard veterans a little bit of a boost across the field. As a Templar, they don't normally need it that badly, because they're quite mobile anyway. From you know how they move. They've got a lot of things that help them shift along quite nicely. So
you're going to put your assault intercessors in there?
No, this will be my this will be for because you can only have I think it's a 6-man.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So this will actually be for Blade Guard veterans.
Nice.
So I've got an idea or two about what I'm going to do.
All 6, or are you going to put like 5 in a character?
I think I'm actually going to do 3 in a character. So So basically, I've got I think my current plan is to run one with an apothecary, which I'm going to make a chief apothecary, so that he can use his self as heal twice, and then I'm going to have the other one's going to have probably a chaplain in it. Although I'm very tempted to get the chaplain on the bike after I don't know if any of you guys, any of you Black Templar fans, follow Implausible Nature. Very good Black Templar channel actually. That's all he pretty much does. But I watched his tiering list of the Space Marine Codex for Black Templars. Is in taking their rules into consideration, and that was one of their top HQs was the chaplain on Primaris chaplain on the bike. So quite interesting.
Why is he so good, Tom?
He's got really good toughness. His mobility's much better than even like the jump pack one, to be honest. And he's got 7 wounds, which I didn't realise, which is actually ridiculous.
7?
Yes, yes.
Blimey.
And obviously coupling that with quite a few of the things he can do litany wise and his utility, he's pretty good. Interestingly enough, though, bikes, they are in the F tier at the moment, so
Okay.
which I was quite surprised. But actually, when you look at the rules, especially on the Outriders, I think they got changed in the negative way, from what I understand. I need to have a proper read about it. I must have missed something. So I do get a bit guilty of this, and I was picking up a codex and maybe not reading it fully. I'm sure you do the same thing sometimes, Tom. Especially when
Why
you
are you laughing at that? Yes and no. It depends how invested I am in the army, to be honest. Yeah. Like Chaos Codex, I'll read quite a bit. Necrons, I'm really into my Necrons at the moment. Plus, it's mainly 9th edition at the moment, so I'm quite happily reading that. But then something like Chaos Knights, probably not as much. But then there's not that much to read, so it doesn't really take me.
That is true. That is true. There's not really an awful lot to.
And to be fair to you, Tom, like even though you love your Black Templars, when you've got a codex the size of the New Testament, it probably is a bit of an intimidating read.
And not only that, but when it's also not really full of Black Templar units, if you see what I mean. You know, it's very generic-y Marines, obviously, at the moment. You know, even my key units, the ones for all Black Templars, they're not even in the codex, really. They're in a supplement, which is a FAQ piece of paper, which is very sad.
Yeah, I feel really sorry for you.
Mr. Lee is off again, so no, you don't. Mate, look. Obviously, me and Dom had a game the other day. You may or not have seen this from the weekend. It was rather rainy.
It was.
I don't want to go into details for people who maybe haven't watched it yet. If you haven't, go watch it. But sympathy was much there for you, mate.
Yeah, well, it was quite a good victory, but not as good as yeah, geez, it was hailing, it was raining, it was windy.
Quite an eventful battle report, actually, from the point of view of the weather.
Yeah, definitely. We had to at one point move models into the middle of the board to preserve.
I'd never seen a base for my Nemesis Dreadnought and Dom's Scarbrand. They literally had pools of water on the bases. I'm not joking. They were literally swimming because the hail that came down halfway through that game was horrendous. So if you'd like a bit of outdoor 40k with some random elements thrown in, definitely want to catch that one. How the hell do these go on here? What the hell? Okay, this is slightly confusing.
What's up?
Just looking at the.
Hello, Dave. Welcome. We'll accept your apology. That's.
Are we?
Okay. Well, I'll accept it. Tom, not as forgiving.
Oh, I haven't heard from Dave for a while, so you know. I mean, I'm probably guilty of that as well. So.
Yeah, when did you last message Dave, Tom?
I mean, that is a fair point, and I wouldn't want to comment. I'm sorry, Dave. I'll message you tomorrow.
Sorry, Dave.
Well, I want to have a game with Dave. I haven't played with Dave for ages. The last time I played him, he beat my bloody sister battle, and he's getting back.
Yeah, it was very thematic. Because, Tom, you said you want to play your Grey Knights because you just finished painting them, didn't you? And I was like, well, what goes well with Grey Knights? It's going to be demons. And then at the same time, because it was only an 8th edition, I was kind of like, I get to bring my Renegades and Heretics because why not? You know, if they're a legend army, I don't really get to play them that much.
I mean, that was actually one of the primary other reasons for playing them was to actually, use 2 8th edition codexes instead of having this constant thing where we're like, well, I feel like I'm behind completely with the meta of the game because we haven't got a codex. Because all that happens when we play, for instance, if I was playing my Space Marine codex against any of your armies, pretty much, it just the unfairness that comes across sometimes, especially because of the wound changes, is quite apparent.
Yeah. And my personal thoughts on that kind of matchup between Chaos Space Marines and Marines is I personally, I don't want to add the extra wing to Chaos Space Marines. I'd rather play it as it is, which is probably a bit hard. I'm on super hard mode, having an older codex and then being half the wounds I should be.
I do get it. I do get it because it's
Yeah, I don't
you
want to
don't
be
know
adding.
you don't know how the balance is, do you? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably playing it slightly incorrect. Maybe if we do that, we don't know what their plans are doing. They may even not add. I mean, I'm sure they're going to. To be fair, I think it'd be silly of them not to. But we don't really know. I mean, me and Vicky did that test thing with the worldies, and obviously that I think it made world eaters very powerful. Actually, oddly enough, I mean, it's amazing how that one little change can really soup up an army quite interestingly. So
yeah, and the thing is, fair enough, adding the wound to the world eaters, which is a legitimate thing to do, Tom. But you don't know what's going to happen with berserkers in 9th edition or world eaters. They might have something that's completely game changing, or they might kind of get nerfed down a little bit. Who knows?
Yeah, you really don't know. That's always the thing, especially with Games Workshop stuff, especially and Chaos, because they're normally a bit. I think they're a bit mean to Chaos sometimes. That's the impression I get anyway. I feel they don't get treated quite as they should do for their status in the 40k universe.
Maybe being a Chaos player, I can be biased towards that. Like if I was an Eldari player, a Harlequin player, I'd be like, when did I get some new models? But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens in the future.
Sorry if the stream just dropped there. It seemed to just go into a kind of a buffering state, sadly. Hopefully it's all back to everyone. We'll see if anyone says anything.
Yeah. I don't know about you, Tom. Like subconsciously, when or maybe not subconsciously actually, when we were getting ready for that game, although it was going to be thematic, because it was an 8th edition codex, I was kind of like, it's just a bit of fun now, isn't it? Rather than a 9th edition where you're like, right, I've got to prove myself. 8th edition was like, ooh, what's going on here?
There was less pressure to remember rules, in my opinion, even though I wanted to play them correctly, obviously. But I did feel like, well, it's the codex is a bit older. People probably aren't sort of that interested in seeing them play.
I think maybe the pressure was off. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I've been trying to take it a bit more seriously. Welcome back, Adam. With regards to playing my armies a bit more seriously in a serious game, but I'm trying to actually, for the channel point of view, I think I'm just trying to come up with more interesting battles. And actually, that's one thing that I'm actually quite looking forward to possibly picking up both of these campaign books. I haven't bought this first one yet, but now that I'm thinking about it, actually, we've actually been enjoying using the missions from the Crusade books, haven't we?
Yeah, we did the Shield mission, which was quite fun. And the other one, we said we weren't going to do it that time, but I think we're doing it like in the middle one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Attacking both sides, which could be quite fun. Which the board and the armies weren't really going to be particularly.
I think actually it would have possibly. I think whoever was the defender would have been at a disadvantage. I think because both of us had big, deep striking units that could come in from either side, which is great. But I think it would have possibly led to one side getting wiped out rather quickly because of the deployment area. But ultimately, I think picking up more of those Crusade books actually makes it more fun because I mean, I suppose the only thing that you guys probably might notice is there's no real secondaries to them, which makes the gameplay a lot more. I suppose simple, but they add. I mean, actually, if you play with some of the other rules they've got, they do add a lot of Warzone-based rules as well. If you decide to play with them, which maybe we should do. What people
very fluid, I think was
very
fluid. That we could just come with it and not necessarily worry too much about particular objectives because we were both concentrating on particular mission parameters there, but we weren't then hung up on having to worry about other objectives, which I think would have taken away from the overall narrative and mission of the game.
I think that was the more important thing. I think I'm enjoying playing a narrative-based game more than playing the serious match play rules. However, I do prefer the match play restrictions on setting an army up, and I feel that's I think that's one thing that I'm kind of missing as a game mode. I suppose is a a non-serious match play mode, where the army design is a bit more match play, but the missions are a bit more easy to play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's maybe not easy. I mean, it wasn't it's not an easy game either way actually, because you still had to concentrate, as you said, quite hard. But you don't have to run around like a mad person trying to get into every corner of the board with all your units. And I think the other thing is, when you play that style of game, I think it restricts the way you build your list as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, with it's a different army build, isn't it?
Yeah.
For that mission, it was kind of like, all right, well, we already had the armies, but it wouldn't have affected things too dramatically.
No.
But if you then have to put in secondaries and you're playing a bit more of a competitive edge, you then want to kind of take away from your opponent particular things that they could take, and then put something in that will help you. With your secondaries, which I always like. On that note, I always struggle with because I don't always think of the secondaries when I'm thinking of a list. That's
definitely
my personal.
No, definitely, I'm the same. It's not intentional. I think it's just actually. I think both of us come at building lists from a much more thematic way rather than a competitive edge way, which
100%.
which I think changes it completely. I mean, I have to if I'm telling honest, the meta game that we're going to, the team one, I'm having to really think quite hard about what I'm going to do because I'm trying to make it vaguely competitive, but it irks me a little bit because I'm picking units that maybe I wouldn't normally pick because they work better in a competitive scenario. But I feel that when you go to a tournament, I think that's the thing that's my mindset's changed. If I go to a tournament, I'll play it semi-seriously. I think that's what I'm going to try and do from now on, because actually that's kind of how you should go to a tournament with. But for a normal kind of mission one, I'm going to just take it a bit more easy, I think, and just enjoy the narrative aspect of it, because I think I prefer that a lot more. So
yeah, I think normally like when we're going to these events, Tom run by like different people, so it's on by meta would be help. Warhammer World ones. And we definitely look at it a different way. However, we always meet up on the same table at some point. But we do have the thing like, oh, how many games have you done? Have you won? Well done. Have you you go over to your mate and he's getting like ruffle stomped across the battlefield, and you're kind of like, ooh, awkward. I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll probably see you in 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Excellent, Dave. That is good to know, mate. I hope you haven't just heard that from the stream now, because that was a long time ago. Quite bad if it's fallen that far behind, Dom.
Maybe.
And I know Vicky would like a game as well. I think you should have a game against Vicky as well, Dom. I think.
Yeah, definitely. I've got some ideas on game dates and stuff, Tom, which I'll run past you.
Nice. I'm not sure. I was looking forward to getting a few more in. I've been quite in. Like I said, we're having another one tomorrow. Me and Vicky.
Me and Vicky haven't actually played a game against each other.
That's kind of why I was trying to encourage it the other weekend. You see,
on camera, like a family game.
Yeah, you should definitely encourage
this. Sister-in-law against brother-in-law. Crimson Fists against probably Necrons.
Hello, Azrael. Welcome. Good to see you.
That's been a while. Hello.
And Gavin wants. Yeah, I want to play you, mate. Honestly, that sounds like a good bit of fun. The old Nidzilla list. I will probably, if I'm totally honest, I will probably play something in 8th edition. If you're going to play an 8th edition codex as well, I honestly think it's such a big deal for a fair game.
Absolutely.
And also, I'm not too bothered about it. I've actually, because now I've done my Grey Knights and I've got I've got some the orcs as well. They're good enough. I've got enough. Yeah. I mean, the only thing that's put me off about the orcs is I just don't like the rules for them at the moment. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from.
Unbelievable.
No, just in general on how they work with their add-on, because I think they had one of the worst Psychic Awakening books as well. In the grand scheme of things, I just don't. Yeah, I just think they could have been so much more fun and interesting. So I'm hoping soon. Obviously, that'll happen.
Yeah. Yeah, like as I said, my opinion is that they're not going to get previewed.
No, I think I'm with you on that as well. I think Orcs is. I think if they get a preview, it will be on the one that day they set the 40k thing for, but not on the Saturday. Saturday's going to be something.
And as like a secret Orc fan, uh, not a collector, I wouldn't like to see them in this preview. I think they've still got a lot more to come, or I hope they've got a lot more to come.
I think the way I look at it is they've been. I'm going to use a nice term. They've been shafted quite a lot over the years. I think from releases personally. I think they could have had so much more interesting things done with them, and I think they've always been. There's no one's kind of done a release where they've gone. Let's really make the Orcs really, really interesting and cool, and do some, do some different stuff with them. It's always been a little bit kind of dribs and drabs of stuff, or here's a Morkanort, that's it. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's never been like a full blown big release for them for a long time.
Yeah,
And I don't count the buggies and stuff personally. And Daryl, I'm afraid that's not going to happen. I'm afraid Eldar had an entire edition to themselves. So, yeah. Paying for the sins of the father still.
Move on.
Paying for the sins of the father still. That was so long ago. Okay, do you know what? Knowing Daryl, I can imagine the voice he was using saying that as well. Which makes me happy.
He's putting his serious voice on
Yeah.
now. Not happy.
What's an Eldar? I mean, I'm still suffering flashbacks from the Wraith Knight spam. I mean, to be fair, that edition was so loaded with the destroyer weapons anyway. That was the real problem. But
yeah, and Gavin, to be fair, Gavin just mentioned Dark Elder Drakari. Jeez, well,
yes.
I haven't experienced them, but in this edition, from my previous experiences with Drakari and what I know of them now, I would be rather scared if I faced them across the battlefield at the moment.
I mean, at the moment I think they're tier 1 now. At the moment, I think they're top tier.
I think they've got a 70% win rate at the moment.
Ooh,
and like they're I've won a couple of games against them. However, it is tough.
Yes.
Well, it was a tough fight, and imagining now with what their new stuff, I'm like, oh goodness.
Well, interestingly enough, a lot of it's come from that the Warzone book.
Yeah.
That's why. See, I didn't realise quite so how much stuff was actually in that Warzone book, or I probably would have bought it by now. I thought I was just going to be another campaign, but without much kind of interesting stuff in it, because I wasn't that enthused about the previous ones that came out. But actually, the other thing that is quite attracted me to that kind of stuff now is that I want to play some more. I'd love to play some more narratively based games, and I think there's actually some interesting scenarios that would be worth checking out in them. Which is also, and because now you and me are starting to get I think it's fair to say quite a wide range of armies. I think there's coming more chances where we can actually play out some of these scenarios.
Yeah, definitely. We've got more armies, haven't we? And like I said, if these books have got several races in there, chances are one of our armies will be in there, maybe two.
Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't recall seeing any channels really playing through missions from one of the books.
Yeah, we've done it before, haven't we? With Planetfall. Was it Planetfall?
Planetfall was good fun, but that was much more scenario driven, wasn't it? That was very much a kind of a, and that was, to be fair, that was good fun. Albeit sometimes was a bit like, oh, you've got that particular list, have you? Well, you've won. That's what I kind of found with that one, I think. I mean, I enjoy playing them, don't get me wrong. But I think I'd love to see some more interesting things, really. And playing through a cool story at the same time. Because that's the thing, we haven't really played through the actual stories of the 40k universe, ever, really.
It's a bit hard, though, sometimes.
I know, because it's normally very dependent on, have you got this army? Have you got this army?
Yeah, it's very... and like I said, we don't normally do armies that are particularly well written about. for instance, Black Templars and Word Bearers have battled in the narrative a couple of times.
Yeah.
However, trying to find any details on that are quite hard. But if you did like Ultramarines and Tyranids, there's stuff all about that, isn't there? You know,
if you have Black Legion, you could probably pick most other things against them as well. So, but I think
and that would be quite nice with I think Peter said earlier, like about Armageddon. If an Armageddon book came out, we could do that. You've got Orcs, I've got Guard, now I've got some Sisters. We can do something in relation to that. However, at the moment, that's not a case. We've got some Primaris Marines, and we'll see how it goes.
And we've got to get Dom to collect some from a Space Marine army as well. So, sorry. No? So is that... Oh, okay.
That would be a no.
That'd be a no from me.
I'm quite happy with the armies I've got at the moment. I'm looking forward to the new stuff for Sisters coming out, so I can expand my conquest form.
Yeah.
I don't really know what other armies I'd collect for 40k at the moment because I'm quite happy with my selection. If another Chaos faction came out, I'd probably be tempted, especially Worlding.
That's fair enough.
We'll see what happens. I've got.
I've started my Chaos army now as well, so I'm hoping that will give you some interesting options to fight against me soon. We'd obviously the way I'm building my army, it's going to be a little way off. Because actually saying that, I suppose I will have 4 of the most expensive units for each army. So it may build up quite quickly. Maybe I can just bring a Supreme Command attachment, Dom. Just bring 4
bring your big boys.
4 greater demons.
Yeah, they're normally pretty good in game.
After seeing your ones, mate, I've got no confidence in them.
What?
But that's actually what I was getting at. It's very disappointing actually from that point of view. Actually, it made me a little bit sad actually that they were like, oh.
Ooh, dead.
Yeah, but it was a bit like that. I mean, even when you got the jump, you know what I mean? It seemed a bit lackluster.
Yeah. Yeah, Vanguard. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. About the Word Bearers next to Be'lakor. We think maybe there's some sort of undivided.
I think undivided is definitely the key thing there.
The first Demon Prince and Undivided, so kind of makes sense, I suppose. It'd be quite nice to see if there's more rules in there for Undivided Legions. But wait and see.
Yes,
I'm always an optimist when it comes to.
No, I actually think you should be optimistic about the Word Bearer stuff. Actually, I think there's going to be something good in there. They've been sitting on the sidelines for too long, I think.
With the number 1 Legion, let's face it, guys.
Depends what you mean by number 1 Legion. I mean,
well,
number 1 has been the biggest dicks.
Well, Tom, come on.
Just saying.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Really.
The truth always hurts.
Trying to be nice to someone. Trying to help someone and say that, Black Templars deserve a codex.
They do.
Bile was building up in my throat. Yeah, I really deserve one. Yeah, it must be so hard for you with your 99 fucking data sheets and your previous codex supplement that you keep going on about. And your special characters and special units. Oh, us Word Bearers. Oh, yeah, no, we're rubbish.
You see the bitterness I had to put up with. It's just, honestly, I had to come around with some sugar, literally a handful of sugar, because when I try and play the game, my mouth just feels so bitter. I'm not even anywhere near him. It's like.
Well, there's another reason for that, Tom.
So I told you to stop drugging me. I've warned you about this, all right? It never works.
Yeah, drugs. Of course, it's drugs. A wink.
What else going on here? So, as long as we don't have to bring Be'lakor. Well, I think, Mr. Bill, unfortunately, I have a suspicion Be'lakor will be the key thing for the 100%. Army to work.
100%.
There's no way you're getting away with that, my friend. Sorry. I think the way they're describing it, it's basically...
Bring your Be'lakor and have some other models.
I mean, admittedly, the nice thing is Be'lakor is a very nice model, but it is also a bit of a cash grab move, in my opinion, as well. So,
Yeah.
Vanguard Wargaming, be cool. Woodward Army of Renown could be Gal Vorback. Yep,
Oh,
there you go.
yes, my God.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what we need. Just a
Um,
detachment. I want a detachment. I know some people, Tom, detachment would be enough for Black Templars. But word bearers, we just want something. A unique unit. A unique unit somewhere.
by the way, if you were wondering, the tiers are real. They really are. He sells them.
Oh, guys! On the note of word bearers, there will be a 83rd Warhost reinforcements up tomorrow. So make sure to check it out. So good times ahead. Tom, did you read on my little write up on Instagram on my my autocannon guy? I don't know if you did.
Yeah, Cal. I'm trying to remember his name now. Cal. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Yes.
No, I'm glad you. Yeah.
I did read it. I just it was this morning, and I was a bit like, I'm trying to remember it now. But yes, it was quite a. I do like the fact you give your guys a nice bit of history in each. But this is what I'm going to try and do with this demon army as a kind of a fresh start on them. So.
Yeah. Well, you should. I mean, little word of warning for you, Tom. If you start naming your characters, they do die extremely quickly.
That's right. The way I look at it is, if I name everything in my army, something's got to live.
You get bored in turn one. Yeah.
Well, I think I'm actually going to stop making this for the moment because I am not quite fully concentrating and I don't want to make any more mistakes or anything, so I'm going to let it dry as well.
Give us a call Faron or Erebus, damn it. Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
They should be one of those two in particular to join the word bearers, or Marduk as well. There's a few named word bearer characters out there which would be like perfect. At some point, there will be in the army. I mean, it might be a decade until we get something that eventually happens. Play the long game, people.
Should name the master test. Yeah, I'm Jack.
Oh, we got things. We got things.
Yeah, we've been talking about this, haven't we? We're not going to go into too much detail at the moment. We've had some ideas about something, which is going to do with how we're going to do some expanded memberships, but we're not quite ready on that one yet. It's coming because we want to give some interesting ideas for, and also we'd like you guys to be involved in some way as well. To say we're not just doing it for the wrong reasons or anything like that. So.
And I think the main thing to take away is, like, with everything we do, we don't want to do a half-baked idea.
No.
Maybe we always do half-baked ideas. But in this case, we don't want to do that. And we want to, put across a fully fleshed suggestion for you guys.
It's one of these things we've taken quite a bit of time over. We kind of thought up some ideas, gone away with it, and we're coming back to it every now and then as and when we kind of had a serious think about it, really. But we've put some stuff in place. It's not visible to you guys yet. That's all. So.
Vanguard is in tears and agreement at the waiting time. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all swings and roundabouts. I like when Tom used to go on about, look at my Black Templar Codex. That's not going to last forever. They're going to take that away at some point.
And they did. They did.
Yeah.
They've already. I'm really upset about it. In fact.
Yeah, he used to gloat it over me. Oh, look at his codex. You haven't got one.
Hang on a minute. I don't think I ever did that.
Yeah.
To your face.
And I was like, oh, wow, Tom, that's great. Yeah.
Under my breath
all
the time.
I'm just not right there. Dear Games Workshop, I think you'll find this Black Templar Codex.
So I used to always intercept the ones for your begging for a word bearer codex, mate. It's fine. I kept writing back. Yeah,
your part-time job is a postman in Nottingham.
Yeah. Oh, you know. Oh, he's on to me.
Like, in the canal.
Anything with a Bexel postmark on, I'll take that.
Grand conspiracy against word bearers.
I mean,
we're still getting blamed for the heresy. It's unbelievable.
it's weird, that, isn't it?
I mean, it was called the Horus heresy, not the law guy. And look at their model range. They've got individual characters. Oh, God.
Well, not in 40k, really, have they?
A Black Legion, yeah. You got Harkon and Bidon. I mean,
Yeah.
even a Harkon level character, someone that's not particularly good at his job. We just want that. I'm not asking for an abandoned level character. I want a guy, like a supporting, like an exalted champion.
No. Sorry, mate.
If they release a word bearer character, I think it might actually die. Yeah, same.
Can I have your models?
Yeah. Oh, word bearers. I've got a codex for this now.
Well, if I got your models after that, I'll just say I'll buy the Guerrero again, just stick him on a shelf as like a shrine. I wouldn't play him.
Yeah.
I'd say this is what Dom would have wanted.
Yeah. Never touch these models.
He would want me to wait for the codex to run out and then complain when it was taken away.
Gavin's going on about a crew codex, which I think would have been quite a nice little thing, or at least.
Weren't they kind of taken over by the Tower though?
Yeah, but there's Greek mercenaries. So they do appear in Black Library a little bit, where you come across Greek mercenaries. So they do fight for other factions, and I'd quite like to see that kind of like just a little White Dwarf supplement, where they go, you can't attach this to any army, or these armies maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not Tyranids. You wouldn't see crew mercenaries working for Tyranids.
No. I mean, you wouldn't see.
We have to fuel the Hive fleet. Jump into this pit.
I don't think you see many things working for Tyranids, quite frankly. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, even Zotes, they don't want to work for Tyranids.
I'm just putting a black rim around this base, and then I'm going to take some photos of it quickly, so people on the stream can see it.
Have you finished?
Yeah, I was just letting the base dry a bit because it was the Iron 8th Martian thing. I didn't want it completely wet when I took a photo of it because it doesn't quite look right. Looks like mounds of crap. So. Whereas now it's a bit cracked now, so you can kind of get the effect. So there we go. Right.
Nice. Tom, have you been watching anything on TV lately?
Oh God. Not really. I watched the Untouchables again the other day.
Oh, that's
yeah, with Kevin Costner and Sean Connery.
Yeah.
I happen to have it on my YouTube account actually because I bought it a long time ago. I forgot about it and I was going through it. Oh, I haven't seen that for a while. Yeah, really enjoyed that actually. Oh, hello. Another.
Yeah, that is good. Classic. Have you watched that new Tom Clancy one on Amazon?
Is that the one with Johnson?
Michael B. Jordan?
Michael B. Jordan, sorry, that's the one. Sorry, not Johnson. Yeah. Sorry, pardon me. No, I haven't. Is that any good?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I watched it. Although it had taken me a couple of sessions to watch it because I normally watch it quite late. And yeah, oh, there we are, taking a selfie, pretending it's a model. Yeah, mastered the selfies there, Tom. Yeah, no, it's good, mate. It's worth watching. I like a good Tom Clancy film. I don't know if anyone else has watched it in the stream.
Oh, I watched 13 Hours.
13 Hours. I think I've watched that. Which one's that?
That's the one in Benghazi.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
With, John Cranston. Not John Cranston, sorry, John Kransky. Sorry, I'm thinking Ben Cranston for some reason.
That's good. You like it?
I quite enjoyed it, yeah. It was one of those very slow burny films, but it was quite. I think it had good action and stuff in it. So that's
nice. I also watched Year of the Rabbit again. If anyone's watched that on 4OD, if you haven't, it's well worth watching because it is brilliant.
Trying to think if I watched anything else weird. Not weird. So I've got to take another photo of this because
Captain Jack, I haven't watched Still Game. I might do. If you recommend it, I will give it a watch. Have I watched anything else? No, I don't think I have. Oh, no, I have watched something, that Netflix one. The Bone and Shadow and Bone?
Oh
Moon
yes, so
Shadow.
you mentioned that last week, I think. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
series, isn't it, or is it a?
Yeah, on Netflix. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
based on a series of books. Yeah, I finished watching that. And, yeah, enjoyed that. That was very good. One of those series, you get to the end and you're like, I want season 2 now!
Oh, hey, I'm looking forward to watching the next Witcher one, actually. It's the other one I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be good, isn't it? Anyone else watched anything they want to recommend? Like I said, Year of the Rabbit. If you haven't watched it already, go check it out.
Right, well, I have pumped up some pretty much finished mod pictures of my Lord of Change on Discord in my Tom's Discord army section. So go there and start thinking of some names. And no, Dom, you're not allowed to pick any.
Oh, come on.
Mm-mm.
Let's do it from a proxy. Oh, Love and Monsters. Yeah, I watched that as well. That was quite fun to watch.
And he's not going to be called Big Frank either.
Frankie.
But that does mean, by the way, there's another video for this coming up. And I'm going to have to decide on the next one to buy next month.
There you go.
Okay.
Make sure you join our Discord if you haven't already, and you can vote for the pain that Tom has to go through. Although I feel you've gone through the more painful ones now, so
I don't know. Yeah, it'll be
maybe
interesting.
I'll try and do 2 in a week.
2 in a week.
Yeah, 2 in a week, guys.
I only got that on Friday last week, by the way.
Yeah.
So Love and Monsters was good as well. Yes, I did watch Love and Monsters the other week as well. That was good. I'll tell you what, that's a rewatch actually. I rewatched Ace Ventura: Pet Detective last night.
Nice.
Oh,
Does that stand up the test of time?
do you know what? It does, but it's all solely down to Jim Carrey and it's his physical humour. It just somehow I think no matter what age you are or how old it is, he just does it so well. It kind of stands the test of time, in my opinion. You know, and obviously the story's not like it's something that's going to go past test time. It's a very pretty basic storyline, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just his physical comedy. I think it will stand test time for quite a while. I think he's just got that kind of expertise of kind of making you laugh through just really weird movements. It's still I still think the best scene is when he's sneaking out the toilet and he just starts doing the hyper-extended tiptoeing, and then jumping over to the thing with no falling, going. Whoa! It's like, oh god.
I watched Tropic Thunder as well.
Oh, excellent. That's good.
That's still funny. Still funny.
I'm a lead farmer.
Yeah. Yes, that is a good film. There's so many quotes, but a lot of them are not appropriate for the stream.
No. I think we definitely get our R-rated for the stream if we started going through some of them. So yes, just I'm trying to think. So basically, obviously, the other thing you may well notice, guys, is there's a few more videos popping up right now. That's because I am thoroughly in paint and filming mode now. I'm trying to push out more content, and I think adding to Dom's content as well will be good because it means we'll have I think that's almost a full week of videos this week. I know. It's almost mildly shocking. Including another battle report of the weekend, which almost, I think, is that 3 weeks in a row? Was it 2? No, it'd be 2 weeks in a row. I think we missed 1 week the other week, didn't we? Yeah, because we had the Necrons versus thing, and then we had a break for a week, and then we've come back and done the one I'm
Where there is Space Wolves.
Oh, you had the Space Wolf. Yes, the Space Wolf one. Sorry, I forgot about the Space Wolf ones. Did your word bearers forget about the Space Wolf?
No, we remember. We remember everything. We got books.
But you can only remember if there's someone there to report back on stuff.
We had survivors. We always win, Tom. We always win. How did your Death Guard do against my Necrons? Not too well.
Well, I can't let you win.
I can't let me win. Very convincingly. Because he had no survivors.
Yeah, exactly. Just throw everything at him. It's fine. So we'll have a rematch. Don't worry. We'll have a rematch.
Yeah, I think it's only fair.
I'll play for seriously this time. What?
just took my jokey list. I was unbelievable. Oh dear.
Possessed versus Furies. I'm hooked. Yeah. But yeah, and hopefully I try to think. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to play with Vicky tomorrow. I should play Death Guard, but I realised actually the last game that we had was with Death Guard as well, so I don't want to kind of end up doing the same thing over and over again. So I might actually.
Why don't you do Space Marines of some description against Space Marines of some description?
I don't know. I've never liked that matchup.
Charging the Crimson Fist.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really liked that style of battle report. It just seems.
Is it because Vicky keeps beating you with Crimson Fists?
No.
I think that
I'm going to hear her laugh in a bit. You know that. She's going to laugh.
I mean, if you want to learn how to play Space Marines, you should ask your girlfriend. She's actually quite successful with them, Tom.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not being drawn into this. She's a very good Space Marine player.
Yeah, she is. I'm not being sarcastic about that.
Good.
I just think you could learn a lot from her. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Moving on.
Swiftly moving on.
Yes. Haven't you got any lottery numbers for tonight?
I have got some lottery numbers, and I'm probably not going to win, but let's go through the motions.
Oh, no, I've got a good feeling tonight.
Have you?
I'm drunk enough for it, yes.
To be fair, I really could do winning at some point.
I mean, what?
I mean, I've entered it a few times now. It could be quite nice to win.
I have them up when you're ready.
Right, one moment, please.
Okay, guys, predictions on how many numbers Dom's going to get tonight.
Ooh, exciting.
I'm going to go 1.
Wow. Thanks. It's the whole Space Marine comment, isn't it? That's why I'm
yeah, sorry. When you win, I'll have the reverse thing completely, of course.
Yeah. Oh, I always
my best friend!
Yeah. Oh.
Lottery friend!
Lottery friend. Lottery friend.
Well, Vanguard's going with 2.
Oh, good people. Goodness, people actually do this.
I mean, if Jack's still here, he's probably going for hopefully a 5's worth at least.
Hooray! Don't remind him.
No, I feel it's my duty to remind him now. Are you ready? You seem to be
is Dave here? Obviously, Dave is part of this.
Your syndicate.
Part of the syndicate.
Is it an official syndicate or is it a cash in hand syndicate where you could go?
Cash in hand one where I did.
What lottery winner?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Really got to cut. You know, if we do win, I'll be like, we've lost again. I've got to go, Tom.
I'm really upset about this loss.
Yeah, I really need to go. I'm very upset.
Yeah, there. Jack says the North remembers. Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
3.
Yes.
10.
Oh.
13.
It's a lottery in itself, this. No.
28.
Okay, I think we could be in trouble here.
46.
No. Could you make it a 45 or a 47?
I could, but it would not be the truth.
I'm not better for those numbers, but 46, not so much.
And a 4 and 11?
Oh, we've got 11 3 times, but no 4s.
Well done. I don't think you get any points for that on different lines.
Maybe I'll write an email. Dear sir.
I feel because I had 2 numbers on my lottery, I should at least get £1 million.
Could I please swap some of these numbers around, or add one in and take one away somewhere else? Is it a bit like countdown?
Just writing it and going, I didn't pick these numbers. I picked these ones.
Yeah, I think you'll find there's been a mistake.
Yeah.
I didn't want to embarrass you on my stream. However...
it turns out these are the wrong numbers.
Yeah.
The ones I want are the ones that you read out. But anyway.
It's not as easy as people make out, the lottery.
Mate, I don't know if anyone says that. No one says lottery's easy. Who are you talking to? The madman down the bookies. Oh, it's really easy to win the lottery. Just put
Yeah.
these numbers on and you'll win every week.
Well, the guy at the newsagent was like, "Oh, but they only do. Normally, people only come in 3 times and they never won, and they don't play it again." I don't really get that much repeat business with this lottery thing.
No.
Keep winning.
It's the 5th winner this week, just for my store.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Also, while we're talking about money and stuff, just wanted to say thank you all for your contributions to the Goblin Gaming tap affiliate. We had a very nice little payout from Goblin Gaming. I know some of it may have been me using my own link, and some of them was.
How many great demons have you purchased lately?
Well, luckily they were in separate months, so it's not all from that. But there was I know there was a couple of people that messaged me said they bought rather sizable orders. So thank you ever so much for doing that and using our link. I do appreciate it because it's nice to get that little boost. Albeit a very small one in the grand scheme of things, but it helps because we start to build up.
Tom, well, where do we?
All right, look, I'm not playing this game, so in the description.
Oh, come on!
If you scroll down, there is a link. There's a link that you can use to.
Where you say where can you buy these things?
But then we go on this tangent.
Right. Okay. Just
open your door. Go on, open your door. There we go. They're just look. I've even started. Look here now. They're going on my on my bags. But anyway, so if you would like to help us out with a tiny little contribution, just if you go into the description of all of our videos, there is a link to Goblin Gaming, which if you click and then buy something, we get a small percentage of that sale. Only small. Honestly, it's tiny, but what we try to hope is that lots of people do it, and it gives us a little bit extra to go towards channel, which helps us do a few things that we're trying to do and make content for you guys. And helps us sit here and talk about things as well. I mean, especially these adverts. I know how much all of you love these adverts, especially when Dom does them. Yeah, he's much better than me.
Taking away from you.
Well, today I did. Yeah,
I'm on the stream for Tom.
I figured you've been hogging it a little bit too much for the last few months, so I thought I'd better take one. People might not think I'm that invested.
True. Yeah? True. Good point. Okay, valid argument, Tom. Valid argument. Well done.
Was forced to buy a Blood Bowl team yesterday and ended up buying the main box as well. Well,
who's that?
Azrael. I mean.
Azrael. I was talking about you today to someone, and that someone did mention that you'd be trying to lure you into Blood Bowl. So yeah, good. Glad that worked.
But I think are we sort of there for tonight? Do you think?
I think we are, Tom. I've still got to go ding-dings.
Oh,
tomorrow morning.
Yes, good. And I have a Grey Knights one coming out on Thursday morning.
Whoop.
Whoop. And hopefully next Monday I'll have a full one on this demon print, Greater Demon with Zinch. I'll get it right one day. I'll stop saying demon prints. I'm gonna have to get a Zinch demon prints now. So.
For those who are unaware, before the stream, I had to correct Tom on demon prints for Greater Demons.
Look, I'm sorry. Yeah. But when your one lost its wing in the game, it did look like a demon prince after that point.
Oh, he's back!
Oh, you fixed him.
I fixed him. Here he is.
Oh, good. That took a concrete tumble in the rain. Not good.
Very sad, but yeah, no, he's back. Actually, I think hopefully that fits better.
But anyway, thank you all very much for watching us tonight. Us rambling on madly about all of our wonderful things, and we'll look forward to seeing all of you next week. Tell your friends, tell them to come along. We'd like more people.
Yeah, bring your friends and your family along. We're not all weekend talking about
probably not people under a certain age because some of the language used might not be appropriate.
character building.
We could offer that as a service, character building. Just shout at people. You're useless.
But honestly, guys,
Yes.
spread the word. It's great. The
Yeah.
Discord channel is going well. Like we're seeing people joining the challenge that haven't done it before.
Yeah.
So yeah, bring people
I've just
along.
put another link in there, so click there if you haven't joined us on Discord. Come and join us. I'll let you into the members club. It's a special club for special
Come
people.
on in.
And yeah, and so anyway, this is Tom and
we're
both from Black Toe Studio, and we will see you next time. Take care, everyone.
Toodaloo!